Switch, Ubisoft and Nintendo cooperative kind of project, which is really weird and cool. There's a behind the scenes thing that went up on Ubisoft I was watching. It's crazy that project came together, but yeah, we're pretty sure we probably won't see more today.
No more than a
Really weird
trailer
and cool.
anyway.
There's a behind the
Oh
scenes
yeah, I
thing that
doubt
went up
it.
on
We
Ubisoft
saw
I was
tons
watching.
at Ubisoft.
It's crazy that project.
Yeah.
And like they
came
have
together,
a
but
Nintendo
we're pretty sure we
from
probably
what
won't
I have
see-
written down here has a lot else to show in just half an hour for a direct, so I doubt they'd waste any more on that.
Yeah.
Unless it comes up at the end, like they always do, like a trailer wrapping up what
Yeah.
Nintendo doing this.
Or just like
so.
during the presentation, maybe they'll say like mention it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Splatoon 2. Do you think there'll be any more last minute stuff they'll show us, or is that pretty much just like we know what it is, we know it's coming out soon?
No, it's like Nintendo, especially with E3. Like, I don't think we're gonna see a lot of far-flung stuff. Like, it was really weird. Was it last year or the year before? The year before when they showed off Star Fox, and it was like, this is the first time they've shown a game that's not coming out this year. And I think that's why they always tend to focus on stuff that's very near-term, stuff that's going to be hitting this holiday. So we're still going to see Splatoon. They're probably going to announce something that maybe we haven't seen yet, some new guns or something like that.
Yeah. So what?
Sports.
It's sports.
You all played a decent amount of Splatoon, right? What is like? Can you tell me what the main difference is? Is it just more of Splatoon 1, or are there huge differences with this?
There's
new
dual
sequel?
wielding. You have dual wielding guns.
Yeah.
Look at how cute she is.
It's on Switch now.
Yeah.
It's hugely different.
What could they show you today that would get you even more excited? Because they release in a couple months, or
If they,
sorry,
re-
few
if
short
they
weeks.
have amiibo support and I can have like Pikachu or Zelda as a skin,
You can play Zelda and Skyrim.
yeah, see something like
and
that.
listen to Passion Pit. in
I
a
want those
couple
kinds of
months,
because
or
they
sorry,
had
few
amiibo
short
support for
weeks.
Splatoon 1, but it was mostly to like unlock challenges.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that extended to Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
Something a little different.
I'm a huge shooter fan. Callie, you are as well.
Yep.
And
I played a fair amount of Splatoon.
I did not, so I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
2 because I want to. Everybody that tells me shooters are great also says it's really novel take on the genre.
It's cool. It's Nintendo's kind of unique version of that. I like the team aspect, and I think the biggest problem I had with Splatoon is that you couldn't really communicate with a team
Yeah.
unless you got on Skype or like Discord or something.
Or Mixer.
Yeah. So I know, with the Switch, there's the potential phone support stuff. That's like, I'm kind of disappointed by that. But
Phone support, like you just literally call your friend.
Yeah, you can
Speakerphone?
just literally just call.
Worse,
people.
it's like you can just use your phone, like, but they have this little plug-in, and you plug that into your Switch. I'm like,
Oh,
why wouldn't you
yeah.
just use your phone?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Just
I
trying to get the monopoly on phone communication.
yeah, I mean,
Taking over.
the biggest thing for me would have
Alright,
been
quick,
a
what's up
better
guys?
way to
Welcome to
communicate with the
Kitty's
team,
Gaming
because
World,
it is very important. to
E3's conference coverage.
But I mean,
Today is
we'll see.
Nintendo, this is
It'll
a
still be fun, I
pre-show.
really like
The
it.
Yeah.
conference should start in
Onto one
about
of the bigger
30
titles that I
minutes,
think everybody at the show is wondering about Super Mario Odyssey.
so
Lucy, you think this is
Almost
gonna
20
come out this
minutes.
year as they originally said?
the mic won't be constantly
Did they say
on
holiday or
because my
December?
neighbors are currently doing some renovation, and so I don't want you guys to hear some hammering and stuff like that. So I'll keep it off, and when I have something to say, I'll just open it, and yeah. So enjoy the pre-show and the conference,
I
guys.
can play Mario on my train into work.
Yeah, it needs that like console defining. It already has the console defining Zelda.
Yeah.
Standard.
Right.
This will be the Mario that does that, right? Like the Galaxy or the Super Mario 64 did. Do you think they'll show off? So we saw that during that initial direct that showed the Switch off in Odyssey. They showed kind of you could use your hat to platform.
Yeah.
And it's also the biggest conceit is that it's set in what's known as New Donk City. It's like an open world. I mean, you can go outside of it, right? It's like
Yeah, I was
Earth,
watching the trailer
kind of.
yesterday, and they had like loads of different sort of world, like at least they looked very, very different. It
Yeah.
wasn't just New Donk City, so I'm excited because I was a bit like not sure how this quasi-real world thing would work.
yeah.
Yeah, well, seeing Mario with like real looking people.
There's a bit where
was-
he's skipping or something, and it's like these business people.
I was like a
holding the
little
rope.
like disturbed isn't the right word, but I was like, I don't like it. Something's weird about it. But yeah, they show like there's kind of a Super Mario Sunshine-esque,
Like Hub World.
like yeah. So
Yeah.
there's
Isle Delfino, is that it? Yeah.
yeah, there's like I forget what those Isle Delfino inhabitants are called, but
Yeah.
I
but-
saw them in the trailer.
Yeah, New Donk City, they're humans, right? Like,
Yeah.
I kind of compare it to if you were cosplaying Mario at like Comic-Con, it wouldn't stand out. But if you were cosplaying Mario walking down the sidewalk in New York during rush hour, I would see you.
Right.
And now I feel like I'm gonna be out of place in New Donk City. But he does go to like other like deserts and
Yeah.
whatnot. It looks like a pseudo Earth, I think.
Yeah.
Or
I
at
mean,
least just this
um,
weird
they're-
like half Earth, half fantastical.
There is an area that's like super big, like everything is really big. So I don't know if it's supposed to be everything's supposed to be realistic. I'm curious to see more of the worlds because the new Donk City stuff is a little. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I
Interesting
play when I play Super Mario Odyssey. I'm expecting a real world equivalent. Like that's what for the realism.
Yeah.
That's what is most important. To me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I assume for you guys as well. It's,
Yeah.
it's like Skyrim. It's like Fallout. It's like going into this real world and getting to be a plumber who
Yeah.
kills turtles.
Jumps on his hat.
Yeah, there better be a skill tree.
Did you just say Skyrim and Fallout are real places?
That's. I can't wait to live in them in VR, just like my real world.
Callie, do you think it's going to come out this year?
I would really hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
they announced it far enough in advance that I think it's in the realm of possibility.
What about you?
No, yeah, 100%.
Okay. December still, like they originally announced? Holidays?
I don't think they're going to delay this one. Like they need a tentpole winter game. It's going to
Yeah.
be Super Mario Odyssey. We've known about this one for such a long time. I think this is going to be what they hang their hat on for the holidays.
Yeah, from what they showed, it looked pretty polished and done too. I mean, I don't. Nintendo's not usually accustomed to showing stuff that's janky, unlike a few conferences this week.
That we
What about Xenoblade Chronicles 2? You think they'll
Is that this year?
show more?
Is it this year?
That's
I
not-
know
that's
they've
not this-
announced
No, no, no.
that-
But do you think they'll show anything?
I imagine so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I wonder if they would use that. If they would show any more of that to compete with Mario, I don't think it would release this year.
I don't think it's this year, but it's definitely something that'll be a part of their presentation just
Yeah.
because that's their huge fan favorite kind
Yeah.
of RPG. And especially after Zelda, like taking that, and those were not the same developers, but Monolith Soft, the guys who helped create Xenoblade Chronicles World,
Yeah.
also created the world for Breath of the Wild. Like getting to show that off in kind of a different way, like it shows that there's that fan hunger for this type of content. And so I think they'll definitely have it as part of the presentation and announcing it as like sometime in 2018.
Yeah, and with Zelda, they showed that they can do a massive world on the Switch, so people who like Xenoblade must be even more excited. Did you guys play Xenoblade Chronicles or X?
I did not, but former GameSpot staff member Mark Walton did, and I was talking to him about it once, and he was just like, "Yeah, that
Yeah.
game's awesome." And it was always one of the games that I kind of meant to get around to,
Right.
but I think by that point my Wii U was like in the corner of the cupboard, not
Yep.
plugged in, completely unloved. So I'm excited for Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah, Pete Brown, our reviews director, won't stop recommending that franchise to me all the time.
Yeah, I always get it recommended to me. I was in the same boat where my Wii U, by the time I would have been getting around to it, was like unplugged and not really in a lot of use. Kind of using my 3DS a lot more at that point. So I'm excited because I have my Switch with me always. I'm really excited for these fan favorite games to make it to a console that people really like.
Well, and having those big experiences on a handheld platform and not having to be stuck in front of your TV, that's so much nicer. I could never sit in front of my Wii U for that long.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, you were talking about, well, this isn't Nintendo related, but Monster Hunter World was shown at Sony last night, and then afterward you got that email saying it's what, Xbox One?
It's
and PC
Xbox
as
One and
well.
PC as well.
Yeah, so you no longer have to stick to your 3DS.
Yeah.
Not on the Switch though.
But no, there is
It's not on
that.
Switch.
Is
There's
it?
a Monster Hunter.
There is
There already
another
is.
There's a
Monster
different
Hunter
one, yeah.
that's coming out on Switch.
So we
Okay.
have Monster Hunter Generations, which
Right.
probably, I mean, especially after seeing Monster Hunter World, it's a little bit disappointing because, like, this is the Monster Hunter that looks so good. Monster Hunter World,
I thought that demo was bad though.
you're bad.
That was a bad demo.
What?
It's far too long. This is.
I
like a
want to see
tangent.
less of this game. I wish they would stop showing it. I want to, seeing so many things going on. I hate it. I'm Mike Mahardy.
Putting words in my mouth. All right, Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yes.
Anything on that today?
It's a Musou game.
So I actually really like Musou games, and I like Fire Emblem, so I'd be interested to see kind of what's going on
Yeah.
with that.
You can kind of imagine what any Warriors game would be.
You don't really need to see it. That's the thing. Is like,
Yeah.
so I would rather.
No, I mean, it's
I
not
would,
to speak
I would
badly about
rather
it,
they take time to show something else
Yeah.
during this presentation, but I am curious about Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yeah.
I just think it's not something you'd want to show during a 30-minute presentation at E3.
Yeah. I dabble in those games, I guess. But what? What is happening?
Oh, Justin's laughing at me.
No, I agree. Like, I don't want to spend too much. Like, the things that I think is most interesting about those is when they take, like, the Zelda franchise. Like, that was an interesting take on Musou. Dragon Warrior. Probably not as big in the West. for that kind of audience.
Yeah.
What about the Shin Megami Tensei that they announced during the initial Nintendo Direct?
I don't think we're going to see it this year. I think they're
Really?
going to. I think we've seen that taste of it. We've seen that tease, and I wouldn't be surprised if they hold off on it. It's just not even mentioned.
Because we don't even know the full name or its subtitle yet, right?
No.
And this is
no
only
release
30
date.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I really want to see that actually after playing Persona 5, which is my first Persona, which is very different than Shin Megami, but
Yeah,
Persona
yeah.
originally was the
Yeah.
spin-off. But I actually want to see that now. I would love to have like a really unique RPG on my Switch.
I would just love if they ported Persona 5 over.
That's
To
what
be
I.
honest.
When I was playing
that would be the
Persona.
dank McPiff. I'd be into
No, because that's.
What?
the dank.
Have you not?
McPiff.
Oh god.
Those are words.
It'd be dope. Goose, the dank McPiff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
then
would love to-
dry.
I haven't
right
even
down
beaten,
here.
I haven't even beaten Persona 5 on PS4 yet.
I haven't either. I just when I
Guys.
I know when I'm playing my Switch, I'm just like, this is exactly how I want to play games because I'm
Yeah.
so nearsighted.
I wish everything would just get ported over to the Switch. I
Yeah.
would play so many more games.
yeah.
Bloodborne 2, which doesn't even exist yet, so disregard that. That's not me announcing it when I'm not supposed to. It doesn't exist. It's a pipe dream. Pokemon Ultra Moon and Sun. You think there'd be some Poke stuff happening on the Direct?
I mean, they had their Pokemon Direct. I
Yeah.
don't know if they would do anything for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Right.
Yeah.
With only half an hour, you have to imagine that's why they showed the Pokemon stuff. Maybe
Un-
last
un-
week, wasn't it?
unless they're gearing up to do stars. Here.
Yeah.
But it,
Pokemon Snap
it
Switch.
still seems unlikely.
It-
which is annoying because Sun Moon came out like when? Last year, year before?
Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure I need a slightly different version of Sun and Moon. I
No.
really liked those games. I thought they were a super great take on Pokemon and like added all of these things that were both good for casual and for hardcore like competitive players. But I don't know why you would need another version that's like the alternate universe version of Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
So I if they did anything like Pokemon on Switch, I would actually cry.
Pokemon Snap, the Pokemon game that needs to come to Switch is Snap.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
these are
Snap! That's what I was gonna say.
Gyroscope.
Because what Snap came out when?
I think I was 4 at the time, so
You weren't. I was.
I think I was 4.
like 10 years ago then.
Yeah, I didn't really love Pokemon Sun and Moon to begin with. I thought they were kind of boring. I liked 1999 Pokemon
Oh,
Snap.
wow.
So I was doesn't matter. We were
Okay, I was older than 4.
love
Yeah,
to
all
see
of the
that.
full.
Just imagine like actually like something with the motion controls that feels good.
Yeah.
But motion controls aren't bad. Like the motion controls, I think in most cases feel good. Arms.
No, right. They don't feel bad, but I'm saying like something that warrants the use of.
It would be a
motion
perfect use
controls.
for motion
It's
controls, yeah.
integral to the experience, which I don't think is always the case. But yeah, I don't know if they will devote much time to Pokemon after that.
No, not after its own director.
Yeah. And then what about Zelda DLC?
So it's been my guess that they will, because Nintendo tends to announce something and then they drop it during this week. They said over and over again that the DLC is coming this summer. I would not be surprised if they show off the Zelda DLC, like here's a little bit of what this looks like, and goes, and now you can play it right now.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a one-off thing they just say.
And then
Yeah.
we all freak out and start crying and go.
And I've left my Switches in the hotel room.
Yeah,
I have
well,
to
a
go
bunch-
back and get it.
A bunch of us brought our Switches to our studio here with just because in case they do this. A lot of people are talking about it, but it sounds good. I mean, we've talked extensively on our live shows about what this is going to comprise. It looks fun. It looks like something that'll pull me back into it. I do have my Switch here. I'm hoping I hope they do release it because that'd be great. But at the same time, because of
I mean,
the
I
amount
don't
of
have time to play
yeah.
right now.
But-
I brought my Switch and my 3DS just in case.
Yeah, for people watching at home, I'm sure that would be nothing but great to be able to jump back into Zelda right now. You think they'll show off more of the next Zelda DLC at all? There's
I
like
think
3 planned, right? Is it later on this year? There's one in the fall, I think.
I feel like that's something that they would hold off and do on their own, kind of like they did with Pokemon. Like, here's our dedicated Zelda Direct. For E3, because it's so short, they'll focus on the stuff that's more near. Like, maybe they'll mention it and, like, hey, don't forget we have this coming up, but I don't think we'd see much of it.
Yeah.
No.
And then I do want to talk about Skyrim on Switch.
Yeah.
They're not going to take time to show this because
No.
it's shown 19 other times.
No.
Maybe they show it with a different Passion Pit track over it.
A different
even-
amiibo.
With
Or
Sleepyhead
even-
instead.
Or even a little Lord. Or maybe Nelly Furtado makes a comeback during
She never left.
Nintendo
Okay.
Don't call it a comeback. But anyway, yeah, you can't hear it right now, but if you didn't see this during Bethesda's presser, Take a Walk by Passion Pit is playing over this now. And then, of course, Link comes in, and then this weird monster wearing a mask of Link appears in Skyrim.
Yeah.
Somehow got the Master Sword. It looks like he's a high elf. If I want to get really geeky about Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, he does
Yeah,
look
he
like a
does.
high elf from behind, which is I'm so sad that I know.
What do you guys think about these motion controls?
Something I will never use.
I will
Yeah,
never
I
ever use
won't
that.
use that.
Let me preface. I don't mean to sound negative about this because I'm absolutely gonna buy this on Switch.
Oh,
and
yeah.
probably in VR as well because I'm
This,
dumb.
yeah, this is why they keep showing Skyrim at every E3. It's because of you.
Oh, I played on PC.
Mhm.
I didn't need to buy the definitive edition, and I bought it anyway on Xbox so I could get achievements.
Mhm.
Oh no,
So-
I played the original Xbox 360 and I bought the definitive edition on PS4 just so I could get the achievement.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the trophies.
Yeah.
I'll
But
play
you want to
the-
play one that's
So-
going to probably have not as nice graphics? Like, this won't be the definitive
Oh,
edition,
I mean, it
but-
looked like, even when you were watching the Bethesda show, it looked like kind of interlaced and it did look jankier.
But like, who cares? I can take it with me.
Yeah, it's not the graphics I'm excited for with that. It's the fact that much like Zelda, which looks great on the Switch, it's the fact that I can take it anywhere with me. It's also the kind of game I don't need to, remember what I was doing last time. I could just jump back in and
Yeah.
find my way and figure things out.
Yeah, and I also don't need to pay like a ton of attention because I've done Bleak Falls Barrow like 6,000 times, so like I know what's going on. It's mostly just I want to be a sneaky archer again, so it's not like something that's going to demand a lot of my
brain power.
yeah, like I don't mean that in a negative way. I just,
No, I mean, Skyrim is my go-to game when I'm sick.
yeah, it's a
'Cause
relaxing.
it's
like,
just sort of like wander around and kill stuff. And
It's
wander
an
around.
experience you
Yeah.
don't get on Nintendo consoles for such a long time, especially
Yeah.
like getting to take that portably.
Like a massive third-party title.
Mm-hmm.
What about 3DS? Think that'll show much for that?
Yeah, I mean the focus has to be on Switch because that's their new big console, but they're not going to ignore 3DS.
With,
And-
especially with the new 2DS? The new tedious? What is the thing called? The new 2DS.
SXL? No.
2DS XL?
new 2DS XL.
Maybe they'll show
Is
it so
that-
we can know
I
what
made
it's
that
called.
up.
That is-
Yeah. Do you think they'll probably devote some attention to maybe a new 3DS title?
I think they'll mention a couple games, but we also have Nintendo doing what Nintendo does, which is here's our 30-minute presentation and then several hours of us playing games and
Yeah.
Nintendo Treehouse stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll have a lot of time to talk about 3DS, 2DS games. It's weird. Why is it? It's weird to call something a 3DS game when you have a 2DS, a system that is created just to take away the 3D.
Yep.
But yeah, I think they'll mention a few bigger. This is also their chance to announce surprises, games we don't know are coming out. They'll put a little bit of time to it and more time at the Treehouse for 3DS stuff.
Surprises for 3DS? Any you can think of? What do you want?
Well, the only thing I really, really want, if you ask me deep
Oh,
down,
God.
oh
it's
no.
Mother 3.
Okay.
Okay.
I
It was more appropriate.
was
than
worried
I thought
about
it
where
would
that
I
was
was
going.
really worried for a second.
But I
you
think it's going to be on Switch. Virtual console.
I
We
wanna-
can talk about that later.
Maybe.
I
I really want a new Layton.
Yeah.
No, there's a Layton coming. There's the Lady Layton.
Oh, of course
Oh,
there is.
yes.
Think we'll see
Lady
that?
Layton.
Yeah, this is the time to show.
Layton's
Lady
huge, right,
Layton.
for 3DS owners?
It is one of my favorite franchises.
I love
it's
Layton.
So good.
Yeah.
And so that'll definitely be a part of the presentation, at least in a small way.
Yeah.
What if they were like Nintendogs? Let's go.
Would they do Nintendogs back on 3DS, like on another portable, or would they take it over to Switch though? I feel like that could be a
Could
Switch
be a
title.
new Switch thing. I'm just trying to think, like, if you use the Joy-Cons, like, I'm gonna wash my dog. Like,
And pet.
hey, brush it.
Oh
pet
man,
it.
the really immersive experience.
But you
of
could
having a
imagine being
dog.
sat on a train, like, oh, I'm just taking care of my virtual dog.
I'm about to do something bad and be an enabler. Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I was
love
hoping.
it. I would love
Sorry
Animal
to everybody
Crossing.
watching.
I think that's going to be Switch again.
I would
Yeah.
absolutely. Oh, I want it so bad.
And you have to get the mobile game. Like
Yes.
they announced that a long time ago. It's still not here.
Yeah.
I thought it was going
I-
to be part of WWDC.
I have regretted so hard erasing. I accidentally erased my save in New Leaf, and so I just like haven't been able to return back to it. And I need another Animal Crossing so
Do
bad.
you know how many hours was in that new Leaf save?
A lot, probably like 300.
Yeah.
That is devastating.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had 500.
Yeah,
Oh. I only
That's
I
embarrassing.
got about like 100.
I did a lot of bug hunting on that island.
Um,
All right, I want to go to Switch predictions, like crazy dreams and stuff. Well, actually, no. First, you just mentioned Virtual Console. Do you think there'll be anything focused on that today?
They need to address it at some point.
Yeah.
So the thing, and they just really don't have a good solution. They have to talk about how this Nintendo system that you're gonna have to pay for is gonna work. And they've already said that when you pay for this, like, what is it, $20 a month?
Something, yeah, some
Yeah.
subscription rate.
That you just get access to all of these NES library of games.
Yeah.
But we still, we've spent a lot of money, or I've spent a lot of money
Don't include me with you.
NES games, virtual console games. I don't expect that I'm going to get access to those on my Switch, but I would love for that to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I've
Yeah.
already bought these. I want to play them on whatever console I have my Nintendo account on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing is like if you've bought like Super Mario, the original, like 8 times, you shouldn't have to. I just don't want to have to buy it again. I've
Yeah.
bought so many versions of it.
I don't want to pay a monthly price to play it again.
Yeah.
No, I would actually be okay with a monthly price that includes the entire library of Nintendo games.
That'd be
Like,
awesome.
Yeah, that would be
like
great.
a
I'd pay for
Netflix
that.
for Nintendo. That's like what
I,
people.
I would pay for that. For
Yeah.
sure.
But would that also include the paying to go online stuff as well? Because
Right.
I think if those were 2 separate payments going out of my bank account every month,
Yeah.
I would not be.
yeah.
It sucks because the Switch seems so tailor-made for so many old school Nintendo games.
Yeah.
You have a pretty sizable handheld screen right in front of you, and that makes sense for so many 2D games. Even like, I don't know, I could see playing like Metroid Prime on my Switch. I don't know. But I do want to.
Great.
I do want to get on to like predictions for the Switch itself. Do we have any crazy things we didn't talk about?
I mean, talking about Metroid,
yeah.
it's been such a long time. I don't think it would be a big part of the presentation because, again, they like to focus on stuff in the near future. But one thing we haven't seen at this E3 is one more thing, walk off the stage as just like a logo or a really quick
Yeah.
teaser trailer comes on. This could be Nintendo's chance to be like, well, one more thing, Zelda, or Samus Aran's mask just comes on screen and just cuts
Yeah.
out. 2018.
Do you think they would go like? Do you think they would give in and go 2D? Metroid. I almost just called a Metroid game a Metroidvania. Think they do that, or
Hand
do you
in
think
your
they
batch
go more
and
in
gun.
Prime, or do you think they just do something new?
I know Prime, I think, is such a beloved franchise. It would be
Yeah.
really interesting to return to that, especially after Metroid Other M didn't do that well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a poster of that hanging in the office. I don't know if it's a joke or not.
I haven't even noticed it.
Where's
I
that?
like blocked that game out of my brain.
The entrance to our office. It's the Clementine,
Oh yeah.
The Walking Dead, and then Metroid. Other.
I-
Oh my god, I definitely like
I do not-
Westworld that. Like,
Yeah.
there is nothing there.
No,
Yeah.
I erased that. Yeah.
Gameplay-wise, it was fine, but the story was just so horrible.
That's the thing. Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys think we'll see any sort of Metroid?
Like-
I hope.
I seriously hope so. Yeah.
We haven't
Yeah.
had a Donkey Kong yet either.
No.
Yeah. What was the last really good one? Was it Tropical
Tropical
Freeze? Yeah, that was
Freeze,
on
yeah.
3DS, right? Yeah.
That was
That
on
would be
Wii
awesome.
U?
It was on Wii U.
Wii U too. Okay. Damn.
So, like, would they have an answer to, I mean, not just Virtual Console, but these games that are digitally available on the Wii U console, making that just cross-compatible with the Switch would not only increase the library of the Switch 5-fold and give access to people who didn't buy a Wii U, because that's a lot of people.
Yeah. I would actually really like to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. And just like you said, ports. Like I want to play Wind Waker HD on Switch. You know.
You know what my pipe dream
Yeah.
is the Wii version of Okami, because I think that would be so good on Switch.
That would
Yeah.
be so good on Switch.
Because not only do you could you use like this, you could even use it as a touch screen as well to paint and do.
And
that
it was a
on top.
cell-shaded game, so like
Yeah,
the
so it-
graphics would hold up
Yeah.
so beautiful.
It would.
Like Wind Waker did the same
gorgeous.
thing on Wii U. Or sorry, yeah, Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see if they do anything with like Star Fox, because the last outing
Oh,
was not great.
I think he's on
as a-
ice for a while.
As a redemption after what was it?
What
What was the last Star Fox Zero?
They would have to call it Star Fox Redemption, though, right?
Yeah,
That
that'd
game
be awesome.
was,
Star Fox reboot. Star Fox. Just kidding.
Starbucks. Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Star Fox.
Really, I want coffee.
Star Fox. You fell for it.
Yeah. Oops. Just kidding. Yeah.
I don't know, any other franchises that I'm not mentioning that we would love to see come back.
Like Pikmin, we were already getting a 3DS game, so I
What's
don't
that
think we're
called?
going
Like
to get
Pikmin Yo or something?
that. Hey Pikmin.
Hey,
Hey,
Pikmin.
Pikmin. Yo, Pikmin.
Pikmin, yo.
Yo,
You've been spending too
Pikmin.
much time around me. Yo,
I know.
Pikmin.
One thing I want to see, a WarioWare game on
Oh,
Switch.
yeah.
Perfect. That would, I just imagine like the things that you'd be able to do with your Switch and multiplayer and like taking little controllers. Like whether they do it as a party game or just something kind of crazy and weird that you do on the Switch.
I would like to see them come up with something like a multiplayer game outside of like Splatoon, like a new multiplayer game doesn't feel gimmicky, because they've proven the Switch like is great. I love the Switch. Now that we all agree on that, I wish they would show more like multiplayer.
Because we didn't
Yeah.
get a good like Wii Sports analog. 1-2 Switch did not live up to
No.
that. That should not have been a game you paid for.
I think my biggest like far-flung dream would be Pokemon Stadium.
That's really
that-
weird. I was gonna say Pokemon Stadium 3 on the Switch.
Yeah, because that would be great for multiplayer,
Yeah.
like an actual opportunity to use like, oh, you get one Joy-Con, you get one Joy-Con. That would be hopefully better than 1-2 Switch, and also I just miss those games so much. And then having that compatibility with the 3DS games would also be great.
Pokemon 2 was the dank McPiff. That gold and silver cartridge that you pop in your.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you have like the little attachment that goes into the controller, and then
Yeah.
you can like put your Pokemon in it.
Yeah.
That is what I want.
Get my boy Machamp a reunion with me. What do you think they'll show first? Start off the show with
You know,
Reggie.
No, I
His
think
body is
they'll just
Reggie.
jump straight into Super Mario Odyssey. That's
Yeah.
what we know is coming up. That's what's going to be the focus of the show, and it lets you set expectations. Big Switch game. Here's your good first look at the gameplay of
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey.
Ubisoft had a very Nintendo opening to the show. Well, obviously
Yeah.
because Mario was the coin box, but
Yeah.
still it was a very like quiet. And then all of a sudden something quirky came in.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I get it. Do you guys agree it would be Odyssey?
It's going to be Odyssey.
Yeah, that would be. I would be surprised if it wasn't. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm curious to see what they'll show with Odyssey that can really. I mean, I'm already gonna play it, but
Yeah.
I'm curious if they will show off like the flood gun of this game, if you will. Like, what's the general conceit?
Well, like how does
outside
the
of
hat work exactly? Like, because that's what I'm
he
interested
jumps on it, and
So it looks like I was watching the gameplay trailer again yesterday. And it looks like he can throw it, and then I guess you tap the button again to make it stay where you need it to go to platform off it.
yeah.
Oh.
Because I think you can throw it like the boomerang power up in Mario Kart. It seems like it just goes for a long time. But then when he was using it for platforming, it looked like he could pause it right in the middle of a gap.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's
Jump up off it.
manually controlled.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what it looked like anyway.
Right. Yeah, we don't know for sure, but
Like,
I
I
assume
want
it'll
CSI
be
zoom
like
in
a
and hands on
weapon.
this.
Like you could
Yeah.
throw it at like an enemy to kill Goombas and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so we should be getting into the Nintendo Direct in about a minute. There's no countdown yet, so I wanted to ask, do you think we'll see, like, in terms of outside of Skyrim, any other third-party titles that they'll take the time to show here? Or it may even throughout the week, maybe, any announcements, like, of other third-party titles coming? Because for the longest time, Nintendo's been, not much third-party support.
What about the new Ubisoft thing? They had the Switch. They had the Switch in that when the Toys to Life thing.
Oh, Starlink.
Link.
Yeah. That game is weird. It looks cool. It looks fun. I don't mean this as an insult, but I think I would like it more 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, who knows? Maybe that will come.
Maybe.
So anyway, but
Minecraft, maybe. That's on Switch.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we are gonna go to Nintendo Direct.
game is fun. The game is a battle. If it's not fun, why bother? If it's not a battle, where's the fun? It's a test that you pass or a quest that you fail. A race against time. Fun and battle always locked together. But the game is also something else. It's a journey, a passport to new worlds, maybe even an odyssey. A look, a feel, an exploration. Close your focus and open your mind. Yes, the journey requires the right ticket. And that ticket is Nintendo Switch. It's not just where you can take your game. It's not just it's where your game can take you. So let's go.
Story goes that when the world was young, everyone in Alrest lived on the World Tree, together with our Divine Father, the Architect. They called that paradise Elysium. You're a blade.
As the driver of the Aegis, can you take me to Elysium?
Looks good. What is this? I want it.
I'm in. Let's go to Elysium. I'll take you there myself. Pyra!
Here!
Cover me!
Got it!
We'll show you. We'll show you what me and Pyra are made of. Take this! Now that you have come this far, there can be no turning back.
You and that sword can't be! I'm guessing your goal is Elysium.
He calls Pyra. Our flames hide something deeper.
What's the matter? Are you the Aegis, or aren't you?
I won't use that power, and I won't let you use it either!
If you know what you desire, you will have to show it. Not with words, but with your own strength. Everyone, let's go!
Alright, my neighbor stopped to... Oh, hey! Another Xenoblade! This year too? Oh my god, I want this.
Sometimes
So yeah, my
you
neighbor stopped doing some renovations, so I'll be able to put the mic.
Stone cold hero with an insatiable appetite?
Kirby! There's 4-player, that's nice. I want to play this game. Come on, Raish, let's buy this game and stream it together. Gabby! Next year.
Hi everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo. I hope you've been enjoying the journey with Nintendo Switch so far. When I found out that Nintendo Switch is being accepted by video game fans from all over the world as a home console that could be taken with you anywhere, I felt
there's an overeating
so
problem with
relieved.
that console, but sure.
Take
Keep
Switch
scratching.
outside, come together, and share the experience. This idea was how we hoped people would play with Nintendo Switch. But people are coming up with many creative ways to play, in all kinds of places, in many more ways than we expected. This summer, Nintendo and its third-party partners will release many multiplayer games that can be played anytime, anywhere, and with anyone. We hope there will be many heated competitions that will be ignited by Nintendo Switch. Now, we'll continue our look at even more new game worlds for Nintendo Switch. But before we do, there is one announcement we'd like to share from our very special friend. Please take a look.
Hi
Pokemon
everyone.
Company.
I'm Tsunekazu Ishihara
There's a
from the
Pikachu!
Pokemon Company. Just the other day, we announced that Pokken Tournament Deluxe is coming to Nintendo Switch. This is the latest version of the premier Pokemon fighting game. 2 people can dive right into battle using 2 Joy-Con controllers, so you can experience heated Pokemon battles with just one Nintendo Switch console. There are some fresh additions, including new Pokemon, and this deluxe version of the game will be on display at E3 for attendees to play. I have one more announcement. Game
Professor
Freak
Moon.
has begun developing a core RPG Pokemon title on Nintendo Switch. It may not release for more than a year, but we hope you'll look forward to it all the same. In the meantime, let's enjoy this year's E3.
Ishihara-san, thank you very much. We heard that the Pokemon series is being developed for Nintendo Switch. What kind of Pokemon game will we be able to play on Nintendo Switch? I'm looking forward to it myself. At this year's E3, we're mostly showing games that will be released in 2017. But please know that here at Nintendo, we're working on many forms of entertainment that can only be made possible on Nintendo Switch. We hope you'll look forward to them as well. Now let's continue on with the journey with Nintendo Switch.
Alright. I'm wondering if the Pokemon they're working on is gonna be like a Pokemon Stadium type of game. I really hope so. But sadly we'll see it only next year. Wait. Wait. What is this? Wait, what? Alright. But it said that they focus on game that's gonna be released this year, so is it gonna be released this year, this one? Or is just like a, oh look, we're working on this? Every side to every story. It's gonna be another Yoshi. Yoshi! I really need to finish Yoshi Woolly's World. I started but never finished it. It's so cute! So far, every game they showed, I'm like, oh my god, I want this! Take my money, Nintendo! Even though I don't have money, which is sad. So I'm gonna go cry. Next year. Okay, no, never mind. So Metroid's gonna be probably released next year too. Team Ninja?
We're under attack! Mother's in danger!
If she's up
Family?
You two must keep going. No, I'm coming with you.
What is that? No, mommy! Yeah.
I am Marth, the Prince of Altea.
So it's Fire Emblem Warrior.
We've come here to
missing?
save you.
Remember that you can rely on your friends. We're with you.
Get it together, you two. If you can't do this, who can?
Is it Warrior?
You fought your way this far. There's nothing you two can't do. No matter the danger, we can overcome it if we're working together.
All right, let's move out.
Working together, we can finish this.
Yeah, it's Warrior. Alright. Do we have a date for it? This fall. Cool.
Hi there, I'm the Legend of Zelda series producer, Eiji Aonuma. You may have
A new
already heard
Zelda?
about it during
DLC
Bethesda's
probably.
showcase that was held a few days ago. It was announced that select Zelda items will appear in the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim. I'm really looking forward to exploring Skyrim with the
Ew.
Master Sword in
He's
hand.
ugly.
Oh, when did this Master Sword get in my hand? Next up, we'll take a look at the DLC packs for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That Master Sword
Let us
looked
take
very
you
cheap.
on a new Hyrule adventure.
It's one of the sword in the Lost Wood. It's a fake one. Trial of the Sword. Heroes Path mode? What? New armor. Wow. Oh my god, that was amazing. The best suit ever. We want Linkle! Give us Linkle! The Master Trial. Alright. Pack 1, so they're gonna have way more DLC. Mipa! I want a Zelda that I can play co-op. Like one of these Guardian thing characters. I want to play Mifa. That would be nice. But I know it's not gonna happen. So 2 DLC. $20 for expansion pass, and it's gonna be released June and holiday.
What did you think? I actually have one more announcement that I'd like to share. The 4 champions that appeared in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be available as amiibo. The Zora
Mipha!
champion, Mipha.
Ah!
The Goron champion,
Oh
Daruk.
god. He's amazing.
The Rito champion, Rivali. And the Gerudo champion, Urbosa. You'll be able to use these
That
4
pause,
amiibo
oh
in
my
The Legend
god,
of Zelda
her
Breath of
legs.
the Wild.
Please, Gil, close your legs.
Of course, you'll be able to use these in the DLC packs that you
God.
just saw, so please look forward to them.
This changes the game. Travel the
That
world.
fucking bird.
Bring people together. Play
Rage doesn't
anywhere
like the bird.
with anyone. If video gaming is a journey, then Anywhere has to include a stop
Reggie,
right
my
here
man.
in LA during E3. This is Magic Week, where booths buzz and channels glow, where the game worlds you've heard about suddenly spring into life. And this summer, a new kind of heated competition ignites right on Nintendo Switch. It kicks off later today with the Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitational, which brings teams from the Americas, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan to see whose colorful skills are the best. Tomorrow, the
All right.
Pokken Invitational will be held. You might recognize some of our 8 competitors who'll be duking it out in heated battles. Later on Wednesday, we'll see 8 players throw punches in the fun and competitive game ARMS, which launches later this week. 4 of our players will be pros, and the other 4 will be E3 attendees who rise to the top by battling on the show floor. If you're going to E3, we hope you'll accept the challenge.
That's kind of unfair.
And no matter where you are, be sure to catch up with Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 for all the details and news about Nintendo Switch and Nintendo 3DS. But now, there are a few more worlds left to visit on our journey before we land in the booth. Let's go.
Ubisoft is proud to announce its new Rabbids game, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and it will be developed
Yeah, we saw it,
exclusively
yesterday.
for the Nintendo Switch. The Rabbids' crazy personalities and unpredictable behavior will shine as they arrive in a reimagined and twisted Mushroom Kingdom. They will surprise you in this tactical adventure filled with combat and exploration. Mario and his friends will join them in an epic quest to put the kingdom back in order. We can't wait for you to play the game on August 29th.
Yeah, it's really soon. It's really soon. I hope you can't hear the drilling. I'm sorry if you do. Drilling. Rocket League. Yeah.
On behalf of everyone here at Psyonix, we're extremely excited to announce that Rocket League is indeed coming to Nintendo Switch. We know that both the Rocket League and Switch communities have wanted it, and now we're going to release it, complete with cross-network support that lets you play against opponents on other platforms.
The Switch version will have all the features and modes we've released thus far, plus exclusives like local wireless multiplayer, Mario and Luigi hats for customizing your car, and new exclusive cars we'll talk about later this year.
Look for Rocket League on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Happy Dinosaur. With Mario cap on? What? So it's Mario Odyssey. Yeah.
Here we go, off the rails. Did you know it's time to raise our sails? It's freedom like you never knew. 20 bags or a pass. Say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say my hat is off to you. Oh, we can zoom all the way to the moon. Oh, this great wide wacky world. Jump with me, grab coins with me. Oh yeah. It's time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. And if the dark clouds start to swirl, don't feel a shed a tear, 'cause I'll be your one-up girl. So let's all jump up super high.
So maybe you can be whatever you want by putting your add-on.
You know that you're my superstar. No one else can take me this far. I'm flipping.
Can you be Bowser? That would be amazing. Very sorry for the noise. I'm so sorry. I hope you can't hear it. And if you do, I hope it's not that bad. Alright, was it? I guess so. It was 30 minutes. I thought it'll be longer.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 2017.
That was it.
We're back for another year. We've got a lot of great game content to show you, and a lot of special guests swinging by as well. But to get things kicked off, we're going to take another look at
Alright, so
Super Mario
I'm gonna
Odyssey.
keep the
Just saw the
Treehouse
video
live for
in
another
the
30
Spotlight.
minutes.
It's gonna be coming
But
out
that
October
was it. That was a
27th really soon.
conference.
And
I love the game they showed
play.
so far.
I'm Sam from
Every
Treehouse,
single one
joined
of
by
them.
my colleagues
So
from Treehouse,
I'm not
Rob,
mad.
Bob, and Scott on the end.
It wasn't
And
a
we have
lot,
some very
but I'm
special
not
guests
mad.
with us for this segment.
So I hope you guys like the
game's
conference.
producer,
Let me know in the
Koizumi-san,
comments
and the
down
game's
below what
director,
you
Moto
think.
Kuro-san.
What's your
Thank you both so much for joining us today.
pros and cons, and
Hey.
yeah. I'll see you all next time.
Really looking forward to it.
Enjoy the Treehouse.
So I know folks are
Bye-bye.
probably really excited to get into gameplay, but before we jump in, there were a lot of really cool reveals in that video, and I think folks are going to be really interested in all the different directions that you're taking this game. But at the core, there's really kind of a driving philosophy that you've got going. I was wondering if you could tell our viewers a little bit more about that.
このゲームの基本的なコンセプトを説明していただけますか。まず今ビデオを見ていただいてどうでしたか。何か面白かったところはありますか。
First, could I just ask you, was there anything you saw in there that particularly surprised you or interested you?
I gotta say, the first time I saw that T-Rex, my heart stopped.
The dinosaur was a big
It was so
deal.
exciting.
よかったです。今回のマリオはテーマが旅になっていて、別の国に行った時の驚きをすごく強調しています。
So we have a theme of going on a journey in this game, but we're also trying to give the player a lot of surprises, and I think the dinosaur is a really big surprise for most.
マリオシリーズってマリオが持っている分かりやすさであるとか、可愛らしさであるとか、誰でも分かるような共感というもので、今まで作ってきて、今もこれも入ってるんですけども、今回は特に旅の驚きっていうことをすごく、盛り込みたいので、驚きというテーマを、体験もそうだし、ビジュアルもそうだし、たくさん詰め込んでます。
But we also want to balance that feeling of surprise with some emotional resonance, giving people something that's familiar, that's attractive, that's really cute from the Mario series, and bounce people back and forth between the familiar and the surprising.
でそれを体験するための新しいプレイシステムを、作りましたので、それは本倉さんに説明しております。
So we've come up with some play systems to get that across as well. So it's not just a look and feel, but a play experience also. And I'd like to turn to Mr. Motokura to explain that.
今作は帽子を投げて敵や物を操ってとある地球を冒険するっていう、物語になっています。
So the kind of overall story of this game is, you're going around, you're throwing your hat, you're taking over different enemies and objects, and you're traveling the world while you do that.
そのパワームーンっていうのがイコール驚きになっていますので、それを帽子を投げたりいろんなものを操って箱庭を探索してもらえたらと思っています。
And we talked about surprise before, but basically the unit of surprise in this game is those power moons. Those always equal a surprise, so you go around, you throw your hat at different things, you control enemies, and you find things that are surprising, and that gives you a power moon.
Right on, so let's get into some gameplay. Rob, you're going to take us into New Donk City.
I am. First, I'd like to just take a quick look at the Odyssey, for which the game is named. It's the ship that Mario uses to travel the world, and it's powered by these power moons, so you keep needing additional thresholds of them to get on to the next kingdom. And just to show off a little bit of the new moves, obviously there's the hat throw. You can make it stay in place, which is sometimes valuable. It can grab things for you. There's two kinds of coins, which we'll talk about a little later on.
And actually, there in that little dialogue box, we saw Cappy.
Oh, yeah. Cappy is both the red hat that he's wearing and also in his native form, he's a white top hat. And so one other move that's pretty cool is this circular throw. Knocks away everything. But let's get down into the city. And as you saw in the trailer, so there's the capture mechanic lets you take over things. It also lets you do fairly exotic things like turn into electricity to travel through wires. So how did the capture mechanic come about?
キャプチャーという仕様を作ったきっかけは何かありましたでしょうか。
そうですね。今作はものすごくいろんな試作っていうものをしてから作っています。
So when we were making this game, what we started out doing was making just a huge amount of different gameplay prototypes.
このキャプチャーというアクションもそのうちの一つです。
And this capture action was just one of those prototypes.
みんなでアイデアを出し合った中に出てきたんですけども、それをそうですね、2、3日ぐらいで作って遊んでみたらものすごく面白かったので、すぐゲームの中心に入れようと決めました。
So, it was just one of the ideas that came up, but we worked on it for 2 or 3 days, and it just instantly turned into something that was really fun, and we decided, well, okay, this should just be the center of this game.
I love how much it encourages that exploration and experimentation that I think the Mario games along these lines are so known for when you think about Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine. Here we've got so much stuff that just looks interesting, and you're wondering, okay, what will happen if I throw my cap at it? You never really know what's going to happen, so you want to try everything just to see.
何でも試してみたくなる仕様ですね。どういう要素があって。
そうですね。いろんなものに帽子を投げたり、試してもらえたらなと思ってます。
Yeah, I definitely hope people, while they're playing this game, they just throw their hat at everything and try all sorts of different things.
Whoops, that was a mistake. Right now, normally, if you were following the story path of the game, you'd be talking to Mayor Pauline, who wants you to recruit musicians. There's one there. But we're going to ignore that right now because there's lots and lots of things to do beyond following the main story of the game. Like possess rockets and turn into rockets with mustaches.
And why wouldn't you do that if you could? Actually, that's an interesting note there. So you mentioned Mayor Pauline, and I think our sharp-eyed viewers will have noticed that some of the street signs are references to some Donkey Kong characters. We've got some interesting red girders going on here. I wonder, Koizumi-san and Monokura-san, if you can tell us a little bit more about this city. It's got some interesting backstory.
やっぱりポリン市長がいて、ニュードンクシティという名前がついてると、もっと何かこの都市について説明していただけますか。
そうですね。名前もそうですし、ポリンってドンキーコングのキャラクターで何かのゲームに関係がありそうですけど、今日はちょっとあまり詳しく言えないんですけど。
So certainly you can tell that Pauline is from Donkey Kong, and the name New Donk City probably leads you to a couple of hints, but we can't get into too much of it today.
And I like the shirt you're wearing, by the way.
That is a snazzy
Good choice
shirt.
Today.
お楽しみに。
So please look forward to hearing more about that.
I gotta take the long way.
Oh, good luck. And this is interesting here where we see, I mean, really throughout New Donk City, and I think throughout the world, we've got these really fun playground elements where you're bouncing on things, you're jumping on things, you're swinging. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more about how you came up with that kind of play mechanic in the game?
ぶら下がったりして、飛び跳ねたりして、いろんな、環境のものになんか反応させられるんですけど、どういうふうにそういうなんか遊び場っぽい雰囲気を出せるようになんか考え方ありますか？
はい。まずその施策っていうのでものすごくいっぱい遊びを作っています。それをこう配置してステージっていうものを作ります。まず。
So, going back to that prototyping process I was talking about before, we obviously create lots and lots of different ones, lots and lots of different game ideas. And then next what we think about is where to place them within the stage.
そこにそのアートであるとか具体的なものを載せて遊んでみます。
So, we put it in the stage, we like combine it with different art assets, like kind of like real things to see what it might actually look like or work in game, and then try playing it.
そうするともっとこうしたいとかいろんな意見が出てくるので、それをさらにそこに上乗せして作っています。
And then, obviously out of that, like different things come up, like, oh, maybe we could do this a little bit differently, maybe this could actually work like this instead, and then we kind of add that to it, and the process just continues from there.
なので先ほどちょっと出たタクシーなんかをジャンプさせるのもスーパーマリオサンシャインでもちょっと似たような仕様があったので、そういうところからちょっとヒントを得ています。
And so, you saw before, we were able to jump on top of the taxi, and that's something that was sort of in Super Mario Sunshine at times. So in that way, we're also getting hints from past games.
Can I quickly interject that so as I mentioned, the goal right now is to recruit these musicians. When I was first playing this game for a feedback report for the development team, I could not figure out how to get to this guy on the top of this building. You can just barely see him. He's a speck right now in that triangular building. And the way I eventually found to do it was to take a really long fall.
I did that too.
And that worked.
Oh, I feel bad for his knees.
A bit to my surprise. And I wanted to know, when you saw that report from me, what was that a problem to be solved? Was that a cool thing? What was that?
このマリオはNCR の報告書を書いていたときに、こういうふうにトランペットのバンドマネを到着できますよと書いてましたが、それを見てちょっと困っていたんでしょうか？
はい、それは読んだんですけれども、今日ここでプレイするとは思わなかったです。
Yeah, I did read that. I didn't know you were going to be playing that right now.
Troublemaker.
Well, I also know the real way. Or another way.
本当のやり方も分かってます。
でも自分でいろんなプレイの仕方を探してもらえたらと思うんですけども、それもスーパーマリオ64やスーパーマリオサンシャインから続くものだと思います。
But you found your own way to play it, and letting users play around with the game and find their own ways of doing things. That's something that goes way back in 3D Mario, in Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine as well.
So this is actually one of the two kingdoms that's going to be playable on the show floor. The show floor, of course, isn't open yet, so we don't have folks playing the game at this moment, but I'm really looking forward to talking to folks after they've played it, because I think there's so many different ways to problem solve and find the moons in these kingdoms. I'm not even sure if folks will find everything over the course of the show, but it's going to be interesting to find out how different people approached completing some of these objectives.
But the game encourages so much experimentation because you aren't kicked out of the level every time you find a moon. There is no reason not to investigate every little thing you can see that might be interesting. There's no time limit. There's no disincentive. Just lots and lots of cool stuff. Whoa! Okay.
Yeah, that is a very interesting change that adds, I think, to the immersion in the kingdoms. When you think about Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, whenever you got whatever the collectible objective was, depending on the game you were playing, you'd get bumped out of the area and you'd have to come back in. But here, since you're not going to get booted out of the kingdom when you collect a Power Moon, there's a lot of encouragement to just go check out that weird thing you saw on the horizon, because you can still continue with whatever your primary objective is. Oh no! But then, keep on tracking and finding moons.
Another reason to explore everything is that there's very little punishment for dying. I just lost 10 coins, and there's lots. So, and I get to try again right away.
Oh, good luck.
It's also worth mentioning that the bullet bills here are coming out with visors on, so they cannot be captured until you knock their hats off, because an enemy with a hat is the scariest thing in this game.
Fashion is very important in this game. You got to be conscious of your headwear. Oh, careful.
Oh no! Well, apparently this is not my day for this challenge.
That's right. 3rd time's a charm, right?
Yeah. And if at first you don't succeed, give up on the 3rd attempt.
I'm just looking at the space where we saw other sections of New Dog City, and looking here, I I'm just so impressed with the texture work that's been done. And I feel like every time I see a new build of this game, more and more of these textures are just jumping out at me. It's really fun to see in person.
It is a gorgeous game, and we have some other segments later on in the stream that are going to highlight some especially pretty areas.
Oh, you got this.
Yeah.
And oh, while I'm keeping my fingers and toes crossed. Yes.
Thank you.
One thing that we haven't mentioned yet that we probably should talk a little bit about is the fact that you're playing with Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached.
Yes.
And that's a really fantastic way to play this game. It, of course, supports Pro Controller and other controller options, but you can do so much with the motion controls, and throwing Cappy feels very intuitive.
Yeah. I'm going to switch to a different section of the game where I show the sand world, which is also playable on the show floor. So give me just a moment
Oh,
here.
no worries. But I do love that as you're experimenting, and I think we'll see folks doing that on the show floor here, so many of your gestures will affect how Cappy moves that while you're holding the Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached, you really want to just try moving your arms in different directions. Like, okay, I'm going to try throwing up, I'm going to throw down, throw out. But I was really impressed by how well that implementation was put into play. Here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, this place is so pretty.
So here we're in the Sand Kingdom, in the town of Tostarena. And they have a problem now because it's all frozen. Everything is cold for reasons, of course, that Mario will eventually solve.
Yeah, actually, if you hang still for a second, we can show his little idle animation when he's cold.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cute.
Oh, he's cold.
I love the locals here, too.
Yeah, I think he's distracted by the local dancing around, but I think if he's by himself, then he really shivers.
Oh, poor Mario.
Yeah. So let's see here. One thing I did want to show off is, so as we mentioned, there's two kinds of coins in this game. And for I believe the first time in the mainline Mario series, you can actually buy things with your coins. And I wanted to ask the developers how that came up, that currency should be worth currency.
なんでコインで買い物できるようにしたいと思ったんでしょうか。
はい。今回はコインを本当にお金として扱おうと思いました。
So we wanted, coins to be used as coins in this game. Actually, use them as money.
外国に行った時にその国のお金ってすごいなんか印象に残ってないですか？
And I think you'll agree. If you go to a foreign land, one of the things that makes the biggest impression on you is the currency.
これ使えるのとか思ったりしないですか？
You kind of look at it and you think, wait, is this real? Can I use this?
今回はマリオもいろんな国を旅しますので、その国のコインというものを用意しています。
And since Mario was going around to all these different kingdoms in this game, we wanted to make sure that there was a currency for each one.
要素はコレクトするコインの要素になっていますので、集めたものでコスチュームを変えたり、お土産を買うことができます。
And they're collectible items, so you can use them to buy different outfits or buy souvenirs.
Speaking of,
お土産買うの楽しいです。
Yeah, and it's always fun to buy souvenirs, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. And speaking of shopping, we are now in Crazy Cap.
So there's two kinds of coins, as we mentioned. The purple ones are unique to the local kingdom. The yellow ones can be used in any shop. I'm going to buy, because the guy at the door said maybe I should, I'm not living up to their dress code, maybe I should buy some clothes to fit in better. I'm going to buy a local sombrero and poncho. And wait till you see how adorable Mario looks.
Being adorable, I just love the shopkeeper.
Yeah, and their huge stack of hats.
He's so cute.
And you can see some of the souvenirs you can buy there that you can use to decorate the inside of the ship.
Nice.
And now I'm rocking this look. And let's go try that door again. So my capabilities are the same. It's still Cappy, even though he's turned into a different kind of hat now. He can turn into any kind of headwear, apparently. Exotic superpower. And, all right. So I go over and talk to this guy.
Let's see if you meet the expectations now. Ooh, snappy and lively.
Snappy and lively. I think the hat is the one and the poncho is the other. All right. And this is, of course, the goal I was working toward all this time.
I love all these little moments of surprise where you never really know what's going to happen when you
Why
get
did I
into
want to
these
get in this
spaces.
room? I don't know. I wanted to get in this room so I could play a guitar.
You want to get in because it's locked.
Yeah, exactly. So then we're going to move on to some more traditional 3D Mario gameplay over this direction.
Now that you are terribly well dressed, it's time to go do some exploring.
Yeah.
And
And Bowser's
here's a-
footprints, I must be on the right track. So notice that while using the motion controls, I can actually use the little homing function on the hat more easily. It is possible with the button controls only, but it's much more difficult.
All right, the classic Goomba.
Yeah. And let's just do a big one for that. And yeah.
And that's, I guess, something folks are probably noticing here. So you're not capturing those Goomba. It's not every single enemy that's capturable.
That's true.
You've got to find the special ones.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's having a good eye and just experimenting a lot with your cap.
I think they're a shade bigger, the ones you can capture, but I'm not positive about that. So
Nice.
bullet bills, of course, are useful because you can fly with them. And now I've got to very quickly capture my ride back.
And with bullet bills, you can only capture them for a limited amount of time because at some point they're just going to blow up.
Yeah.
So you have to be a little mindful of what you're doing.
Yeah, you
when
only
you've
get
got
so
a
much
bullet
time
bill.
with the explosive guys. All right, and then almost to one of my favorite bits in this level.
Oh yeah, the next bit you're coming up to just
Yeah.
blew my mind the first time I saw it.
So
in a
this
while.
place has these murals that look like they're decorated in this cool old school aesthetic, and I'm just gonna go right on in. And I've still got my costume.
So Koizumi-san and Murokura-san, I think we definitely need to hear a little bit more background about why you added this into the game because it's so cool, but it's so unexpected as well, I think.
なんでこのような 2D の8ビットマリオのところも入れたいと思ったんでしょうか。
3D の部分は気持ちよく探索できるように比較的おおらかに作っています。
So we wanted to make something that would be, sort of a contrast with the 3D stages that you're able to explore very freely in.
2D の部分はもう少し細かく緊張感のある構成になっています。
The 2D spaces are kind of more confined. They're more precise. It's more like kind of, sort of traditional platforming elements.
同じステージの中でもそういった違った遊びっていうのを入れたかった。
But also within the 2D stages, as you can see, we wanted to have a lot of different variety.
もちろん昔からのゲームが好きな人にも楽しんでもらえるビジュアルになっていると思います。
And of course, with the visuals, we're hoping it's something the people who enjoyed kind of those classic nostalgic games also get a kick out of as well.
So one thing I'd love to show off when we're getting out toward the end of this space is just how much the music changes when we're transitioning back and forth. Because I know we've been chatting, maybe it's hard for some folks to hear what's been going on here, but if we just pop in and out of that warp pipe, it's a pretty impressive transition when the music
It is.
changes.
But there's no warp pipe up here.
Just start jump off. No.
Yeah.
No,
but you
don't
can
jump
now see that it's more of a naturalistic instrument. So I'm going to skip ahead and show off the last part of this scenario. Okay, so for that, I will need these. Wrist straps, people. Always wrist straps.
Yes. I'll set to jump in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning too that we're only covering a tiny bit of what is in this kingdom. There's so much
Yeah,
more to
there's-
do and explore.
There's just a ridiculous amount. All right, so here we are. This is much later in the level. I'm still got my snappy outfit though, and watch these bullet bills transition out of the 2D, and then I'm going to use one to break open this wall.
So another thing that's really handy about the bullet bills as a capture target that you'll see here, when you're trying to target for really precision flying, it's got a little bit of a headlamp. Oh no, no,
Oh, I'm doomed.
That's okay. But it's got a little bit of a headlamp, so you can kind of use
See
that
where
to
you're
line
pointing,
yourself
yeah.
up.
It's super handy.
That's okay, because we get to see this cute little 2D to 3D transitioning
I
in
love
with the
that.
bills.
It's so cool. All right.
All right, you got this.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
And with bullet bills, you can also give yourself little speed bursts as well. Shaking the Joy-Con will let you go a little bit further. So it's worth experimenting once you get a feel for the timing of how long a bullet bill will last.
It's kind of like driving a car that doesn't have any brake pedal. You can go faster, you can steer, but that's all you can do. And all right, so up here we're about to confront one of the Brutals, and folks may have seen them in our original teaser trailer for this game. They are an evil wedding planning firm, and I'd love to hear more from the developers about how they came to be and what your favorite Brutal is.
ブライダルズという団体がこのペコンを企画しているグループらしいですけど、なんか一番気に入りのブライダルズは誰かいますか？
そうですね。彼らはクッパに、雇われてクッパの結婚式を成功させようとしています。
So they've, as you kind of said, they've been employed by Bowser. They're in charge of making sure his wedding goes off without a hitch.
なので結構仕事をきっちりするタイプですね。
They're very serious about their work.
Respect that.
Their work ethic is admirable.
なので真ん中にいるちょっと背の低い同じような帽子をかぶったようなキャラクターがいるんですけれども、それがリーダーなので僕はそのトッパーというキャラクターがお気に入りです。
And my favorite is Topper, the kind of shorter one who has that green top hat.
Yeah, guy in green.
Yeah, Topper.
How about you, Koizumi-san? Do you have a favorite?
小泉さんもなんかキリンのカラー。あ、そうですね。ちょうど今出てるのハリエットっていうその可愛いウサギさんの、キャラクターなんですけども、なんか可愛い香りしてるのに結構凶暴なんで、そのコントラストがすごい面白いなと思ってます。
This is really good timing because the character I like the most is the one you're fighting right now, Harriet. She has this great contrast between her cute appearance and like how devilish she is. She's sort of like the tricky little sister of the group here.
Her attacks are really fun to watch as well, especially when she starts flying around.
And it's worth mentioning, you fight each of the Brutals a few times, but their tactics get more and more intense and dangerous.
But I'll be honest, having planned a wedding last year, I would take the help of evil wedding planner.
Yeah, I mean, any evil help is better than no help.
And they're very dedicated to their work.
And they're willing to fight your enemies for you, and that's pretty great.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
あ、かわいそう。
Sorry, Harriet.
Now she'll be back. All right, so that's a Grand Moon worth 3 Power Moons.
And there we see Cappy in his natural state as well.
There he is, celebrating with Mario.
Nice.
Nice. All right, so that's what we have for gameplay for right now. But we
Yeah,
did
we're
have
catching
one
too
more
much
little
else.
feature, I believe.
Yes, we've got some new goodies that have turned up here on stage with us. So these are the amiibo for the game. We've got Princess Peach, Bowser, and Mario in their wedding outfits. And I just need to ask you guys about the development process for these because the detail of the sculpting is incredible. It must have been a very interesting process getting these to the state they're in here.
このアミーバはすごいなんか細かい作り方になっているようですので、それについてちょっと説明していただけますか。
はい、ヒロインであるピーチ姫をより可愛く魅力的に作っています。
So first of all, we've got our heroine Peach, and we wanted to make sure that she just looked, absolutely stunning.
あとクッパとマリオもそのお相手であることに十分なビジュアルとしてデザインしています。
And then from there, we have Mario and Bowser as well, and we had to make sure that, in terms of visuals, they weren't going to lose out.
They got to keep up.
Yeah, they got to keep up. Yeah.
あとこのポージングっていうのも今回のテーマに合わせて物語性を持たせているのが特徴になっています。
And another characteristic of these is that the posing is very kind of directly linked with the story and what's going to be happening in the game.
Yeah, Mario's got kind of a humble bow thing going, and Bowser's kind of looking like, I own the world.
And I think Bowser looks pretty dapper here, though.
Yeah.
But it is really amazing. I don't know how close we can get the camera here. We got a better look here, but in person, the texture, where some of them have almost like a pearlized kind of texture, and there's a lot of subtlety with the different kinds of fabric. You can really see a lot of nuance for these amiibo. I'm really looking forward to people seeing them in person.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
And I wonder, at this point, is there anything you'd like to share about the functionality of amiibo for our viewers?
そしてアミーボの機能性について何か説明していただけますか。
ですね。アミーボはコスチュームを手に入れることができたり、 あとはゲームの中でのお助け機能として活用することができます。
So you'll be able to use the amiibo to get different costumes within the game, and then they'll also have kind of an assist function.
And we do have existing amiibo that are supported as well. I think we'll be talking more about that at a later point. But I think that's all we're allowed to show for right now, unfortunately.
Right now. We'll be showing more of this game later on
Yes,
in
we'll
the
definitely do
stream,
that.
of course.
But Murukura-san and Kozumi-san, thank you again so much for joining us here and sharing some of the insight about the development process of the game.
今日来ていただきありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And folks who are watching, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be back in a few seconds here with our next segment, so please don't go anywhere.
Alright guys, that is it for me. Hope you had fun. And I will close the stream right now. So this time is real. Bye bye.